Sorry for the delay. I needed to quickly
Wow.
adjust a few things because initially I wanted to use our sort of production database to build against, but there were some issues with that. So you're going to be doing that all from localhost. So yeah, without ado, let's get started. So this is building in that same repo we had previously for the direct auth that we had. But I don't want to focus on the direct auth stuff today. I'm going to hopefully just get some functionality working.
By functionality, what do you
And then we can add authentication and authorization and all of that
Jason, what is the goal?
later in the future.
Goal of there?
So let's quickly run.
Jason, can you hear me?
Sorry, I missed that.
I said, what is the goal of today? What are we working on? It looks like we work on Asura.
Yeah.
What are we doing in Asura?
Yeah, we actually not going to do anything. We just want to start up the database to work against. So I want to build a very simple UI.
Yeah.
To basically show data from the database. If we have time, which we probably won't, it could even be cool to pull that onboarding flow that we have from the Scale Arweave project that we did a little while ago. And we could actually modify that for organizations. But for now, it's literally just to display the data in tables. So yeah,
okay.
Super simple.
Correctly, this is a wildcards feature, and it's going to be aligned with the kind of feature of allowing conservation organizations to upload data about their organization.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it exactly. So I'm going to comment that out. We don't need it. What's this? PG password. Let's run that again. Cool. So we have a database running. Let's just check. Yeah, it all looks good. What is this? Okay, I'm going to close that. We don't need that. Cool. And the last thing I want to do is Hasura migrate. Cool. Now the database what should be set up, but it's not. What's error db. Something's not happy. Let's try that.
I think you reset the database to a previous version that's not updated.
But this is running locally.
If you go to Wildcard level, you can see that the conservation organization logos are pretty.
Yeah, no, I know that was very annoying and by mistake. I'll have to fix that later, but I think this is fine. I'm just let's see. Info. Okay, maybe it's working now. Okay, looks like it's doing a little bit better. Anyway, we can come back here. Really exciting. They, when I say they, I mean the Taurus /Direct Auth team have hooked me up with the proper login credentials. But
Cool.
to be honest, I think for now we'll just use their one, the test credentials, just because it's easier and I don't want to spend time on that now. So yeah, let's just go yarn dev cd UI. Okay. Then we need to yeah, this was running against a test backend before, so we're going to basically I guess nuke this and replace it with like our production backend. So to do that, we're going to have to come here, sorry, over here. Okay, it's all fine. So yarn update schema in the UI folder.
Jason, as someone that didn't watch your last stream, can you bring me up to speed a little bit on what was set up last time?
Cool. Yeah, this stream is a little bit disconnected in some ways, but we have this passwordless login that Hasura have. Sorry, that Taurus have.
Passwordless login, it's essentially you get email the link and then you can open it like that.
Yeah, I actually don't like the one where it sends you a link. I prefer it when it sends you a number, because then you can even see it like on your phone or whatever.
Cool. Just a heads up, I'm going to mute myself while I chat so you can't hear me eating. But yeah, cool.
Okay, no worries. Where's my email? This goes into my spam folder, which is lovely. Okay, there we go. 110632.
How long does a session last, usually?
You mean a login, like me coding, or you mean a login session here?
A login session, like how long before you have to redo the password?
I think you have to do it every time you log in again. So this is a little bit scary. This is only for testing, but this is actually my private key printed out, and this is the public key. Ooh, yeah. And then what I did last time, which was really cool, is I built this auth hook where we've got custom login for auth, where it runs this validate ETH signature function. It runs EC recover, and it basically takes in the ETH signature and ETH address of the user and validates that the signature is correct, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so the service allows you to create an Ethereum wallet account without anything but your email address.
Exactly, and you can always retrieve that Ethereum address whenever you want. And what makes
it linked to your email address. So if you relog in, it'll do the same one.
Yeah, exactly. It is also linked to your service. So like I've got an application like this key or whatever. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's this key or this link or what exactly, but it is like application specific.
Okay.
Which is quite nice.
Cool. And then is there kind of fiat on-ramp options, or is it a little bit impractical? Once you've created an account, you have to transfer from your other account funds into it? Because
so
defeat the point a little bit.
Basically, because this is so low level, like literally we get an address and a private key, it leaves a lot of flexibility for how you want to implement things, which is super nice. So if you use Taurus, for example, they've got a UI, and then you can try and use their UI for fiat on ramping and stuff. But it'll always feel a little bit disconnected to your app. It's like got that little blue thing that floats over here, and then when you click like fiat on ramping, it'll take you to another page. Whereas with this, you can integrate it,
with ramp or wire or
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So what I'm saying now is I've actually built this and I know it works, and I tested it with this Hasura like very silly database that didn't have real data in it. And that's all working. So today I'm going to actually build something for the other side. So once you've logged in, like what are you going to see?
Just a general security question. Is it possible to create an account and then your private key wouldn't get passed through the front end at all?
I don't think that's possible. And I think it's my personal opinion that apps should allow people to bring their own keys. So the idea for me is if someone's coming to your app for the first time and the average user uses less than like, I don't know, 500 or less than $1,000 in your website, then rather like have you be more in control of their keys via something like direct auth, just for the sort of on-ramping. But if they already have MetaMask or they're already like an experienced user, or they have their own Taurus wallet that they prefer to use, I definitely think it's better to allow them that flexibility.
Okay, awesome. Yeah,
that makes sense.
I agree with you, and I feel like there's an acceptable limit where the risk is less than maybe the interaction or the benefit you get from being like the simplicity. But I just kind of wonder, you get people that aren't very I don't know, conscious of connecting to or leaving their websites open. I'm not sure. I know we've got HTTPS, so most of the data will be encrypted, but it's kind of, there's some like attack vectors.
No, there definitely are. I guess to be honest, even when you're using something like MetaMask, your keys are probably less secure than you might like to think. Like the actual key has to be somewhere, and it's like in memory going around your computer. So
that's true.
I mean, there's the most secure is to have like a hardware wallet that's external, and then you plug that into your computer somehow. Anyway, for sure, there's a lot to do. So what I'm gonna quickly do is just, I guess somehow hard code that I'm logged in. Well,
surely you can store the kind of login in session storage or something in local storage.
You can. I'm pretty hesitant to store a private key into local storage. So what I do plan to do is basically you can log in and it can store. So let me quickly show you that code. So when you let's actually not jump into things so directly. So there's this Taurus object that we create. We create this Taurus instance over here. When it's finished loading, we show the auth page. On the auth page, this actually is the Taurus thing. And the on-click button basically uses your Auth0 passwordless login.
I see you have the Google credentials.
Your account.
Yeah. Is that an option to swap out, and essentially you can log in with Google?
Yeah, exactly. So I've experimented with both.
Gotcha.
I like this because it's universal. Everyone has an email.
I know, but I feel like the option is better because you're right in saying that it's probably not the best idea to store the private key in local storage, but the email thing and then putting in the code thing might be impractical every time you like close the browser. Whereas with like Login it's quite quick if you have a Google account, of course.
Yeah, no, 100%. So once it logs in, then it sets your Ethereum address over here, just use state. And once that's set, then it shows you the login page. That's this page. This code I need to sort out. It should be quite easy to write bindings for that. But basically, this test func is some JavaScript that I was experimenting with. And this actually is going to create your like session key for the database. So your private key isn't your session key, right? So what this code does is it takes your private key, it takes the Web3 and it signs a message. So the message here is sign in string for wildcards with your private key. And this then can get sent to the database as a header, like an authentication header.
Gotcha,
and the database then can validate that. So this we could definitely keep in local storage, right? The only thing is if you want to recreate a new signature or if you want to send a transaction, then you're going to have to log in properly and actually load your Ethereum address, like your private key.
Is this a gasless signature?
Yeah. So this is all off-chain.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm to be honest gonna basically comment all of this out. So from here, let's make a new component. We can call it org page dot okay, no, let's actually make this like the overall admin admin overview.re. Cool. Let's make equal just some placeholder react.string. Cool. And then over here, I will put admin overview. Cool. So now we've got placeholder. Next, I think I've updated the schema. Let's just wildcards. Yeah. Cool. So this is all good. Let me quickly come back here. Migrations applied. I'm going to just close this. We shouldn't need to do anything more here. Cool. How are we doing for time? Okay.
20 minutes, we're good?
Probably about half an hour more. Next, we're going to go to this admin overview and basically put some logic here. We want to firstly fetch, or yeah, let's actually build some structure. So we want to have a page for So maybe the main overview, admin overview page, it lists all the organizations. That's the top level. So we should make a query to get organizations. So I'm going to come here. Asura console. And now we're just going to construct our query. Right. So we want organizations. And then I think we actually literally want all of these. Some of these values are null. Oops. Okay. I think that's good.
What is Slack channel?
I was thinking basically we can put the ID for the Slack channel in there in the future, and potentially automate. I don't know if the animal gets sold for that organization, then it's posted in that Slack channel. I just thought it would be nice to have maybe in the future.
Very cool. I thought you might mean it was for external, like a Slack channel between, you can have Slack channels between two different organizations. But to clarify, it's because we have a Slack channel for each organization we have partnered with. And so that would be an automated way to update us personally of something happening.
Yeah, so that I mean, that's definitely not something I want to do short term. Right. So I think it's module all organizations. I think it's like this. I might have the syntax wrong. Okay, something's not happy. Put semicolons everywhere. Okay, cool. Yeah, looks perfect. So this just loads all the organizations. Cool. Sorry, I missed that.
That query name can be anything. You just changed my query to all orgs, and it can be anything. I'm just.
Oh yeah, totally. You can actually remove it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's I actually there's probably a deeper meaning why that even exists, but I guess it's just so you can quickly, like, without looking inside, know what's inside it, basically, like a label.
Cool.
So we might as well add that back. I'm gonna quickly where are we gonna always oversimplify the examples. That's that's a good idea. I actually haven't seen this. I think this is like a rename. So you're renaming the to-dos field or something. I'm not actually sure. Anyway, so let's grab this code and basically just replace that here.
Can we assign to-dos query.use to a variable? I feel like it's just a bit more readable.
Yeah, we totally can. Let's all orgs query equal dot use. Nice. Okay, and now to-dos doesn't exist. It's organizations. Cool.
This repo that you've started off with, which has all these GraphQL query examples, what's it called, or where would one find it?
It's called Authentication Spike or something. Oh no, Direct Auth.
This.
Here it is.
No, I mean I assume you forked some project originally.
Oh no, this is just
or where
I
this example code coming from? Yeah, where's that coming from?
okay, yeah. This comes from, it's a brand new project actually. It's called GraphQL, I think Reason Apollo.
1 p.m.
Here it is.
Community.
Yeah, I think it's still in beta, but it's working perfectly. So yeah,
And they
a
have
really nice project.
examples there. I see. Okay, a folder for examples.
Yeah.
Go back quickly.
Yeah, sure.
I like how they're used by 4 and three of those are us.
Yeah. Like I say, this is a very early project, and they only have 30 stars and whatever. But basically, it seems very likely that this library will replace the old Apollo library. So yeah, I'm basically using it now. The guy says the API should be pretty stable. He doesn't plan to change any, like make big changes. So I'm pretty happy to just move to it directly.
Okay.
Cool. So we've got this. He's got a sense of humor, obviously. So there's no data, no error, and it's not loading. Yeah, for sure. There's something funky if this state happens. Does it complain if I remove that? That's really interesting. I'm just going to put a react.null here.
Cool. Could you not just do an underscore instead of like putting that whole thing as like a default, and it won't complain?
That also does depend on your settings, but yeah, there are some settings where they want exhaustive checks.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Basically, you can have bugs where, let's say, you've got a variant with 3 things, and then you add a 4th thing, and some of your code is using this, and then you like get weird bugs in that code.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean, it's probably fine 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we want a table. I feel like this is easier to copy from the other code we have. Let's basically just copy a table. Where would that be? Components, bridges, I guess. You can even copy your styles, hey Denim.
Yeah.
So let's grab that.
You might have to import.
There'll be lots of compiler errors, which is always nice.
I think you'll have to get Sass if you want the styling, because it's got a Sass.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll just do it without.
Maybe I can copy the styles directly.
Oh, you can.
Does it generate CSS?
It does,
or
yeah. Go into source.
Source.
Inside styles, yeah. There'll be the CSS, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just copy this.
Cool.
Just temporarily.
Copy from styles.
Doesn't Create React App automatically convert Sass?
I don't think so.
You kind of disconnected there a little bit.
I said no, I don't think so. We might still have to import the style.
Dylan?
I can hear you perfectly. I don't think you can hear me.
Sure. The internet's struggling. How's this doing? Oh, Nasri is here.
Yeah, I just
Nasri. So yeah,
Hello.
for not letting you in earlier. How's it going?
Very good. How are you guys?
Good. How long have you been here? I didn't even notice.
For 20 minutes now.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, we are so deep. You should have sent me a message on WhatsApp or.
No. It's fine. I've actually listened. I was here all this time. Don't worry.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, let's just do. What we can do is raw, and we say require. What's it? Styles, CSS, and then do you remember which one it is? Should I just import all of them?
I don't think you need radius. Or yeah, actually, I don't know. Is that the table or the?
No, not radio select.
What code
and
is import a dashboard?
Okay, something's unhappy. I guess that maybe. Huh. I thought it was happy when there was just one of them. Unclosed. Okay. Yeah. It's a table.
Doesn't look like it's probably
Let's
just
comment all of this out for now. Oh, I see. We need to grab this. Okay. Let me share the full screen. Cool. Cool. Yeah, now data is undefined, so I will comment this all out basically. I think I didn't comment enough. Okay, perfect. Okay, it's compiling, so let's actually add all of this back. And now we're basically going to grab organizations. Yeah. Then we need to remove that and grab all of this. Most of these values are actually going to be null, I think.
I think you need to swap all, yeah.
Okay, that looks good. All of this, I don't think we need. Let's just put these all directly in. So the key, we can make this just ID.
Yeah, keep it ID.
I think ID is a string.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed that, Dana.
No. Sorry, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, wow. I feel like this isn't. We can put this on click on the row instead of in each item, or is it because there's some items you don't want click?
Yeah, exactly. The last one is like an actions column. So essentially, you can edit you can click on buttons and stuff in the last one. So it was not maybe the most effective method, but I did it quite quickly. I kind of
Yeah.
tucked
As
it
far
on
as I
one.
know, if you have multiple on clicks, so if you have an on click here, and you have the prevent propagation inside the inner click on the child element, it doesn't click on the top element. But anyway, let's not do that now. So let's make a new function here. Let's on click equal
Takes in the ID.
and oh yeah, you're right. Is that what we called it on? Okay, I see. So it takes in the ID, and then the second argument is the event. And I think we're just going to ignore the event. In the future, we can do like the prevent default and all of that on the event itself. Cool. And then we're going to just say we don't need to write real code here. Cool. That looks great. And now let's just go through these errors one at a time. Or maybe even easier, I just basically remove all of this.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of it's quite nice if you want to just copy and paste like the nullable stuff and the switch on something is some none. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
I've
still got that other tab open, so I'll do that probably afterwards. I don't think all of these are strings, but let's try my luck and see what errors I get.
I tell you what, why don't you start with 1 and get that, and then run it and see what's happening.
Oh yeah, okay. That's a good idea. I'll comment them all out. I just kind of have this almost there ready. Cool. For sure, there'll be lots of errors, so let's comment them all out. Announcement blog, that's an optional. Option dot get with default. Have I defined that globally? Okay. We need to. I don't even have. Okay. Yeah, this is a very new code base. I normally have all of these things defined already. Okay, so why is it doing that? Get with default. Well, no, actually that shouldn't be the problem either. Okay, yeah, it must have just been a brackets thing. What I want to do is basically, how do we do it? I think you do this. So, so basically now I'm defining my own symbol, which, yeah, you'll see how this works. And it takes in the optional and the default.
This is great that this language allows you to do this, but I still quite
Yeah, I
Feel
just
that-
know in this
Right.
in this code we're going to be basically writing option.get with default so many times. I kind of just like to do this. We just need the brackets now. Cool. So that works. And we can continue. Country. I feel like literally all of these are options. I think it's the rare case that they're not an option. So I'm going to try my magic multi-edit. Okay, that's the odd one out. Onboarding status, I think, is different anyway, so that's fine.
Before you start uncommenting, can we see what it looks like in the UI?
Oh yeah, sure. I don't think any of the... Oh, well, that's useful. Oh, I know. No, I don't actually know what the error is.
Or console log, just log the error.
I want to see in here, 8080. Yeah, you're right.
Or just make it print. You don't have to just log it. Same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Slack channel not found.
Field Slack channel.
Really
That's actually kind of weird because we
can do it there. Is it possible that it's a single organization that doesn't have it? No.
No. Slack channel.
Maybe try remove it and see if there's a different error. Maybe that's not the actual error. Also we're not going to use it, so it's maybe not the worst thing to just root.
Yeah, sure. Where's that? That's over here. Okay, let's see what this says now. Okay. Cool.
It's odd, but hey.
Then we can go to country. This is just currently a country code, but we can have another table to look up from country code to to the actual country. Yeah, let's go through. So we'll do that and put an empty string. Okay, now there'll definitely be some errors. Description. Okay, let's not include description now.
It's an array here.
Yeah, it's an array. Okay, the logo is compulsory. The name is also compulsory. Every organization has to have a name. Okay, I wonder if the Slack channel was created later, or yeah, I'm actually still not sure what that error was. Every organization has to have a website, and this is unbound. Okay. take a look. I think this will look much better. Boom.
Cool.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
So all the headings are obviously inaccurate, but that's fine.
Yeah. And if I click, it says it clicked.
Maybe
Why?
That's right. It's just you didn't put a space. You clicked on the ID.
Yeah.
EDI.
Okay. Yeah. Totally. Cool. That's great. Let's think what we want to do. We want to do next. I just want to check the time again.
We had
I don't
45
want to start on anything too big, unfortunately. But
okay. Well,
also a quick shout out to Jonas. Sorry, I didn't let you into the back end here. Reading some of your comments.
maybe give a quick run through of what you've done start to finish. So essentially, you've started with a kind of a fresh repo, and the idea is to read data from Hasura. And the previous logic you did was essentially to have a kind of an authentication single sign-on using Taurus that gave you an Ethereum address and account. So that was the previous stream. And now, today, we just plugged into, maybe you can show this data in the actual GraphQL table.
Yeah, so this is basically just pulling this data.
Cool. Okay.
Directly.
Okay. And into a basic HTML table.
The rationale for doing all of this is we want to, in Wildcards, onboard lots of organizations, and we don't want to be manually copying and pasting and tweaking things all the time. We want to have a lot more automation around this and a lot more like an easier process to manage all of the organizations. And what we're going to do next actually is, well, we don't even have a table yet for that, but we're going to have a new table in our database for Ethereum public keys. And we're going to use that table to link a public key to each of these organizations.
Okay.
Potentially, we can have multiple people in that organization all able to link their public key. Okay. And then they'll be able to log in using our auth service and either directly edit this almost definitely is wrong. It should have more of a description. Noticing issues on the live stream. So yeah, the idea is that they can then like say, oh, we've got a new YouTube video. I want to upload the YouTube video, and they don't have to like email us and say, hey, can you change our YouTube video? Because that'll get old very fast when you've got a few hundred organizations.
But we would essentially have kind of an approve, so they would create this, and then we would have this kind of admin dashboard and kind of somewhere where you could approve it, the update.
So what I have in mind basically is that we're going to have a shadow table of this, right? So this is like our production table. Then in the future, I'm going to create a new table in the database that they have permission to edit. And then what we can do is we can look in the shadow table what like suggested changes there are. And then in the UI, we can, as an admin account, like say, accept, and we can accept changes from the organizations.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Zach.
Cool. Yeah, so next time, hopefully, we can integrate these two pieces. So now this is all admin. Like, we're not going to show this ever to an organization. This is for us as Wildcards. But a specific organization will be able to come in and actually see their own data. and edit it. So hopefully we can do that next time.
Sweet.
Cool, guys.
Right, Zach. Thanks for the share.
Cheers.
Lovely evening. Cheers, Naz.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
Nasri.
Thank you very much.